saying no lame duck session, period. Congressman, welcome. What's the reaction you're getting to your lame duck thing?
Well, it all depends what side of the aisle you're on. If you want to have transparency and true accountability for Congress on the Republican side, then we've got great support. On the other side, however, the majority side, they're interested in making certain that they don't do anything controversial before the election. They want to push it all till after the election. Some of them have even said so, like Senator Reid, that they want to push the card check thing, the union thing, the tax hikes off until after the election, possibly the energy tax off until after the election, significant spending, massive spending till after the election. American people are sick and tired of that kind of politics. We believe that folks ought to vote for what they believe before the election, let the American people decide, and then we'll have the Congress that the American people want come January.
Tom, and I did not mean to, my apologies, but Congressman, do you get a sense that this union thing in particular is, you know, it's sort of like, you know, those whack-a-moles, they keep coming up, you know? Yeah. You think you've whacked it down, there's a silly, isn't going to nowhere, and then there's another mole that pops up in another piece of legislation or another plan whereby taxpayers could be on the hook for union pension funds that are potentially $160 billion or more in arrears.
Sure. Yeah, well, it's interesting, Neil, because in virtually every piece of legislation that has any nexus to the labor force, to unions, there is something in that gives benefit to the unions. And that's the Democrats' way of paying back, and many of them admitted it, for what they believe was the political support that they received in '08. Now, the difference is that they know, the Democrats know, that their numbers aren't going to be as robust in the next Congress after the November 2010 election, either in the House or the Senate. And so they believe this time between the election, November 2nd, and the time when the new Congress is sworn in, January 3rd next year, so-called the lame duck session, that's their time to jam all this stuff through. We simply believe that that's not, it's dishonest, it's also reckless, and it's not truly representative, because the American people wouldn't vote for those individuals if they knew what they were going to do.
Wouldn't be the first lame duck session to do wacky things, right? So I guess what I'm asking is, well, I admire what you're trying to do here to sort of put everything on the daylight so everyone can see what's going on and not do a lame duck session. The fact of the matter is you don't have the votes, right? So there will be a lame duck session, right?
Oh, there'll be a lame duck session. I hope what comes out of this, I'd love to have no lame duck session, but we'll have one because the Democrats are committed to not even passing the appropriations bills in their entirety prior to the election. So they'll have to have a lame duck session. But I hope what will come out of it is a cooperative effort and nothing controversial in the lame duck session, which is frankly what happened after the '06 election when we lost our majority. We didn't push big things during that lame duck session, whether it was out of convenience or whether it was out of ideology. I don't know, but I do know that the American people are sick and tired of having the politicians here in Washington hide what they're going to do from them. They're sick and tired of that, and I think they'll speak out in November.
Thank you very much, sir.
People want to know about it, then go look to petitionpelosi.com, petitionpelosi.com.
I knew there was a website. I knew there was one thing.